Right here in Hawthorne at 14504 Cordary Avenue. Cordary Avenue in Hawthorne. There's Maria, right there by her sign. She's doing her Instagram post and all that nice things like that. Me, on the other hand, is gonna walk out and give some flyers out. Yeah. So while she's out there doing all the glammy stuff, like Instagram, I'm gonna do the hard labor and walk the neighborhood. You know, I haven't I haven't been in the real estate industry ever. Maria's been in it for 25 years. So I just do what Maria says. Maria says walk around and give the flyers to the neighborhood because the neighbors are the best source of potential people that will buy the house because they all know someone, they all know the neighborhood, and they all, would like to see the house sold, of course. So they say neighbors are the best source of buyers. So that's what we're going to do out here. Going to walk the neighborhood of Hawthorne. Every neighborhood's different. Very quiet neighborhood. Boy, when I first came here a couple months ago to look at the property and stuff with Maria, I noticed how quiet it was. And we live on a quiet street, but man, this one is quiet. It really is. Look how nice. Everybody has their lawns nice and cut, nice and trim. Everybody takes care of their house. There's really a lot of care for the neighborhood. Well taken care of neighborhood. I like it very much. So now it's time to get down to the work of things, get down to business here and leave some cards for everybody. Let's see, we'll leave one here. Yeah. One down, 100 to go. So here we go. All right. Got a big stack here, see? And a lot of houses on which to put flyers on. All right. I'll put one right here. Let's see this. I'll put one right here because I don't want to. They're obviously doing something. I don't like to get in people's way while they're doing something. So, once again, if you're just coming on, my name is Rob with MD Pasadena. We have an open house in Hawthorne. Very quiet neighborhood. And I get to do the labor of handing out flyers to the neighborhood while Maria shows the house. So we'll just we're walking up the houses, and this one says no soliciting, but they don't know what they're missing, so you gotta let them know. So Maria says, of course, I just said a few minutes ago that the best potential clients are your neighbors because they'll know somebody that wants to buy a house, and it's such a quiet neighborhood, it's such a nice area that they'll tell their friends, hey, I just got a flyer and there's a house for sale right down the street from me. All right, so maybe this will be the key to everything here. All right, another flyer dropped. All right, folks, 4 flyers down, 100 more to go. Easy peasy. Yeah, but man, what a quiet neighborhood, Happy Valentine's Day to everybody, by the way. So I hope everybody's having a good time. Guys, I hope you bought your girl some flowers there. Pull the minimums, I guess. I'm not sure, but make sure she still knows that you think about her every now and then. Another flyer down. And maybe Valentine's Day shouldn't be just the single day you show your significant how much you love them. We and Maria try to do date nights. Oh, here comes the motorcycle guy. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh well. Gotta love those guys, Taking a nice quiet neighborhood and making it noisy as hell. So once again, hi folks, this is Rob, MD Pasadena. I work for Maria at MD Pasadena. And my job today is to hand out flyers for the neighborhood of an open house we're having at 14504 Cordary Avenue in Hawthorne. I'm walking the local neighborhood here, handing out flyers, making sure everybody in the neighborhood knows that that house is for sale, and maybe they'll know somebody that wants to buy the house. So, yep. So me, I'm not in real estate per se. I work in a different industry, but of course, being real significant, I'll do whatever I can to make sure she succeeds. So that's my thing. Look at these parking spaces. They're all marked out. See? You ever see that in the neighborhood? Every parking space is marked out. Just can't do whatever you want around here. You can park where they want you to park. Yes. Anywho, here's another neighborhood. By the way, here's the flyer. So it's always nice. Everybody has their doors open, but you know, being so close to the coast, I can tell you it's great weather. And I know it's great weather everywhere in California right now, but man, there's such a beautiful breeze and it feels so nice. You know you're close to the water when you have seagulls all over the place. So, one more time, there's the flyer. Such a nice, quiet neighborhood. So here's the flyer, right? Cordary Avenue. Look at that. House under $1 million in Southern California within a couple miles of the beach. Don't see that very often. So 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1,000 square feet. And she's out there doing her magic. I'm out here handing out the flyers for the neighborhood. So, well, there's that. So, if anyone has any kind of style, anyone ever hand out flyers around the neighborhood? Because here's what I do. I'll tell you what I do. Instead of walking all the way up the street, handing, and cross the street, handing, I zigzag. So I'll cross the street, I'll knock out these 2 houses, and then I'll walk down and zigzag and hit the other 2 houses. I just, that way I can just keep walking. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Who the heck knows? I wonder if there's any professional flyer hanger outer people. But once again, a beautiful day in Southern California. We are in Hawthorne, city of Hawthorne, which is not very far from the beach, not very far from LAX. Beautiful day. Whew, about 80 degrees maybe, the warmest. It's wonderful. Whoa, almost tripped on a step. Beautiful day. And I'm walking around handing out flyers to the neighborhood because Maria's selling a house. Maria at mdpasadena.com is selling a house a couple blocks away. And I'm making the neighbors know, or informing the neighbors of the most wonderful opportunity they've ever had to own a home. Hey, how many houses do you know have a home that you could buy a house under $1 million, so close to the water, so close to the open air, so close to the great weather? A lot of these houses were built way back in the 50s and they don't have air conditioning, but you don't need air conditioning here, which is weird. They're all they all have their own, just the breeze alone. There's such a nice breeze. Look at the palm tree, see? Swaying in the wind, nice breeze. Really don't need air conditioning here. It's pretty wonderful. Still trips me out about the parking spaces. See that? On the public street. See, park within the lines here. All of it, the whole neighborhood is like that. And I'm not really interacting with everybody. I'm not a professional filmer or YouTuber, so to speak, like one of them influencers. I'm an influencer in training, I guess. Who knows? So, let's see who's been writing. Best Donut Lord. He's an Aussie. And Isaac. Man. Welcome, everybody. Put my flyer down right here. Let's see. See? Now, what I've learned recently, and this is through ChatGPT, is that you are not allowed to put a flyer or anything in somebody's mailbox. It is against the law to do that. Isn't that crazy? Only U.S. mail can go in a mailbox. Even if it's you get it at Home Depot and it's just a box that's meant for mail, guess what? Still mailbox. So there's a little education for the day. Absolutely no visitors allowed inside. But hey, guess what? I'm on the outside, so I'm not going in. So they'll get a flyer. All right, where am I? On Donnie, okay. So I went down this neighborhood, I believe. Yeah, I've been down that street. So I'm kind of continuing on. I was here last week and I did a bunch of streets, so now I just gotta hit this side of the neighborhood. Once again, I'm Rob with MD Pasadena. My significant Maria, who is the founder and super lady boss of MD Pasadena. I am simply the person who assists her in making sure she is a successful person and we get the word out that the house is for sale in the neighborhood of Hawthorne. Yep, city of Hawthorne, Southern California. Wow, what a nice car, right? It's a Nova. Yeah, I had speakers like that when I was 13 years old or 16 when I first started driving. In fact, my first set of speakers for my car, we found some stupid piece of crap speakers, and then we cut some holes in shoe boxes, and guess what? Those are our speaker boxes. Oh boy, fun times, right? When you're a kid, great times when you're a kid. Walking through the neighborhood here. All these houses are pretty. Look at this. Everybody takes care of their neighborhood. You don't see that very often, of pride in community or pride in neighborhood. Don't see that very often. You don't see that anymore. Everybody's just usually out for themselves and whatever it is they can do, you know. Don't really care what's going on outside of them. But look at this neighborhood, everybody. Very, very quiet. And I'm a few blocks away. So the whole area is like this, right? Everybody, beautiful lawns. Everything's well kept. Everything's so nice. It's really cool, actually. And I can't get into that property. I don't like walking into people's property that have things going on, that have gates up and stuff. So, yep. Let's see. Let's see. Let's put it the right way so people don't think I'm lazy. Okay, there it is. And by the way, you know, like I went to Texas and I've been to other parts of the country. And man, is it rare to not rare, but you don't see very many Teslas out and about. But here in California, two Teslas right side by side. Teslas everywhere. Shoot, I've even gone through two Teslas. Fortunately, people like to run into me. I don't know why. I'm not the bad driver. Not me. But people around you, gotta be careful of those around you. Did I even hit that? Why am I not doing it? Oh my God, hey. Now this one is kind of, it was an El Natural, is that what we want to call it? Little stepping stones here. El Natural. Maybe that's what we'll say. Hello. Oh, someone was actually there. And all these screens, they're all little dark screen doors. So there could be someone right behind that screen and you don't even know they're there. That one I just walked up and I heard a hello. Like, ooh, hey, someone was watching me right behind that screen there. So once again, I don't like going over into closed gates and stuff, so I'll just leave my flyer over there. So you may be asking yourself, if you're just here, why the hell am I on watching this live of some guy walking up and down the street putting flyers in doors? I mean, but my name is Rob. I work with Maria at MD Pasadena, and Maria is a real estate agent and she's a loan officer. She does loans, reverse mortgages, whatever you can think of with real estate, she does. And me, I'm Rob. I'm her significant. I don't work in the real estate agency. I don't know anything about real estate, but she's a good person. So being someone that doesn't know anything about real estate, I get to do the grunt work and hand out the flyers and do all that stuff like that. Well, she gets all the glory. She's a talker. She's a good person, good woman. And everyone that meets her likes her. Me, on the other hand, I'm kind of the quiet type of person. I just kind of keep to myself. So this is the kind of business that's good for me. I get to walk around and just, ponder my thoughts, talk to you guys, and notice things that are kind of weird, right? Like I still can't get over these parking stripes, right? It's pretty neat. But look at this guy. He's breaking the rules. He does what he wants to do, right? No one's going to tell him how to park. Stay within the lines. Come on. No one tells that guy what to do. Once again, we are in Hawthorne, and we're selling a house not too far from here. I'm walking the neighborhood giving out these flyers because they say the best people that know people that want to buy a house are in the neighborhood, So let's say you live in a nice house, you live in a nice neighborhood, and you have a friend, hey, if you ever see a house for sale that's around your neighborhood, let me know. Well, see, they'll find out because here it is. So, all right, I love the color of this house. It's pretty cool. So it's pretty neat. So, not being as efficient as I should because I'm doing YouTube stuff. Let's see, Colin. What's up? Caitlin? Colin, let me see. It's too. Kaylin, how's it going? Where are you from? Hopefully, if you're out here not in Pasadena, but if you're out here in Hawthorne, you're interested in buying a home, Kaylin, guess what? Your lucky day today, under $1 million for a house, so close to the beach. I know, right? Under $1 million for a house, close to the beach, right? So, Kaylin, if I were you, I'd come on over here and buy this house. And guess what, Kaylin? If you buy this house, I don't have to walk around and hand out these flyers anymore because someone will come and buy the house. So, let's hope we get someone out here that just really wants to buy the house. And I don't have to do any labor anymore. I think I'm wandering pretty far from where I first started, but I'm going to keep going until I run out of flyers here. So, everybody has a Ring camera. Everybody has their no soliciting sign, right? Everybody has their secured by ADT. How many people do you think the house is really secured by ADT? I think that's kind of a fake out there. Look at this covering, this lawn covering. Isn't that cool? It's not grass, but it looks really unique and wonderful. And speaking of all unique and wonderful, you know, a lot of you people that are just visiting or coming on to watch me walk around and hand out flyers. Look how pretty the neighborhood is, right? Quiet. Have you heard one gangbanger running around with his loud music? Nope. Nice and quiet. That's what this neighborhood is, folks. Nice and quiet. It's the way we like it. Right? Let's see. I did that house, did that. Concentrating and talking and doing all this stuff is kind of weird. Here's another house secured by ADT. Let's see, where's the ring cam? There it is. Yep. Everybody, right? Everybody knows what's going on all the time. So everybody's always on notice. All right, where are we at? Man, I had a huge stack of flyers. It's winding down now. The little Pancho Villa stand there. There we go. All right. Where next? Did I get that house? Yes, I did. All right. So we'll cross the street again. I kind of do the zigzag technique. You know, I don't know how many people hand out flyers around here. Tell me your best technique, you know? Is the zigzag technique pretty good, pretty standard? I figured get both sides of the street. You know, get both sides of the street without having to walk all the way up and down one street and back down the other. Even though I probably should have did that. So I hit these two houses, and then I'm running out of flyers, and it's a good neighborhood marker. And you know, people, if you're never going to use your front door, you should take out all your little advertisements and stuff right there. Because I think it tells people that, guess what? Either this house is vacant, or I never use my front door, or whatever. I don't know. You know, speaking of Teslas, I was telling you guys about Teslas earlier. There's 1 million Teslas here in California, of course. This is very close to SpaceX. So, if any of you guys are into Elon Musk, you guys probably like living near SpaceX. And look at this car. It's a cool looking car. What is this? Oh, it's a Kia. I had a Kia. Kias are actually nice cars. So, oh boy. Leave packages in grain crate. Oh, look at, see? Isn't that nice? They leave water. Look at that. What kind of neighbor leaves water for everybody? Look at, there's even cookies and snacks. Wow. That's pretty crazy. There's a pretty dog walking down. Let's see, how many flowers do I got? I gotta find a good ending spot here, so I know where to pick up next week when I come over here. My name is Rob. I'm with MD Pasadena. And my significant Maria Dajkovic, the MD in MD Pasadena, is selling a house nearby. Look at this free library. This house is cool, okay? Anyway, Maria's a real estate agent. We're selling a house here in Hawthorne. I'm passing out flyers in the neighborhood, promoting the house she's buying. But look at this little, hey, look at that. You hungry? Ramen. Your kid thirsty? Look at infant formula. That's awesome, right? Right? Can't be. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. Wow. I was going to put a flyer here, but I don't want to ruin the sanctity of that beautiful box. Anywho, I got to kind of take a mental marker where I'm at and start walking back. So, I really can't, honestly, guys. We live in the Pasadena area, and we have a beautiful, quiet, tree-lined neighborhood. And I always thought it was a quiet neighborhood, but man, this one's quiet. Yeah, every lawn, every place is well taken care of. Look at that, right? I haven't found a bad lawn yet. Some people go a little natural with, you know, bushes and stuff, and I guess it's called water saving or something like that. But look around. Where is the crappy looking house? Nowhere. All these houses are built way back in the day. Very nice weather. Everybody has their windows open, their doors open, because why? Why do you need air conditioning when it's like the hottest it's ever going to get over here? It's like 85 degrees. Even when it's like 100 degrees in the Inland Empire or whatever, 101, this place is always nice and cool no matter what. Like San Diego. Man, when I go to San Diego, it's never a bad day in San Diego. So I'm going to put this right here because I can't stick it in the screen. Wow. All right. So I might double hit this place when I come back next week, but I'm just trying to get rid of all my flyers because I'm almost cool. Oh yeah. Now I'm going to go do battle with a dog right here. You already let me know. No soliciting. Yep, he's already giving me a warning. Yep, he's already going crazy. But I'm going to stay far back. I'm not going to upset that dog if I don't have to. Yeah, he's pissed. If he comes out, he'd bite me. Look at this house right here. You know, I used to think, why would you paint your house black? Or even a dark color, right? Isn't that just asking for heat? I mean, with the sun and all that stuff like that, but it don't look bad. I like it. So, it's pretty okay. Shout out to Castillo's Painting, I guess, since I'm walking by it. Hi folks, beautiful day here in Hawthorne. I'm out here with Rob. I'm Rob with MD Pasadena. My significant Maria Dajkovic, the MD in MD Pasadena. We're selling a house in the neighborhood, and I'm handing out these flyers to the neighbors because they always say the best source of clients are neighbors, because everybody knows somebody that wants to buy a house in your neighborhood. And who wouldn't want to buy a house in this neighborhood, right? Look at this, man. Jeez. Quiet street, right? Every street I've been on, quiet. All right? And they don't mess around here, right? You park where you're supposed to park. Okay? No trying to park in the middle. Look at this guy. He knows the rules. He just parks right between the lines. Go across the street here. This house that we're selling, it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom. Not this house right here, but a house we're selling over there in Cordary Lane is for under $1 million. You know, we're very close to the beach. 15-minute drive at the most, 10-minute drive. Very close to SpaceX. You see a lot of Teslas around here. I'd imagine they're SpaceX employees that live very close, because Hawthorne Airport's like stone's throw away. And very nice neighborhood. Nice, quiet neighborhood. Woof. Can't believe it. It's awesome. All right. Here's another house. Whew. You know, I kind of screwed up. Maria always wants to know, how many houses did you hand out flyers to? I'm like, well, I don't know. I just grabbed a stick and I took off and started doing stuff. But she goes, she don't like it when I don't have a number for her. Oh well. So it's just a big stack, and I did a lot of houses so far. So look at this package. Let's see. Oh, there's a Ring camera. Oh, look at someone got a nice Sephora. Nice. All right, Natalie K. Have a good time with your Sephora. Buy a house while you're at it. Tell somebody you know that spectacular house down the street from you is for sale. How's everybody doing today? I wonder. This is the Childers, because that's what it says. So I'm going to go give the Childers a flyer, because maybe they know somebody that's interested in buying a house. see, I did that house. Oh, now I got to go across the street. Well, maybe I'll hit this one right here because it's right here. Oh, I'm on my last flyer. Isn't that crazy? Time flies when you're having fun. And shooting the stuff with you guys, I enjoyed it a lot. Here's another Ring camera. Never alone. I'm telling you, with these Ring cameras, you're never alone. Everybody knows what's going on. You know, you commit some crime right here, guess what? That Ring camera got you. So all you criminals out there, I don't know, all you criminals out there, but we got you. You know, you do something bad, we got you. Because we have Ring cameras all over the place. Heading back to the property. 14504 Cordary Avenue in Hawthorne. I've been trying to sell this house just for a week or so now. But when you get really into a property, a neighborhood, you start remembering like addresses and stuff. And I'm horrible at addresses. Man, I suck at addresses. Names, everything. You tell me your name, I'll remember in 2 seconds. So, yep. Since I'm not an influencer or anything like that, or anyone that knows what the hell they're doing with this, I wonder if I could put up text that shows where the house for sale is, or has an address or something. Who knows? All right. This house right here is for sale. This is not the house we're selling, but this house is for sale. And this house is $1 million, 1.2 mil, something like that. Yeah. It's actually not nice. It's actually a nice house. Yep. But now I'm walking back to the house we're selling. And I've run out of flyers. So Maria, if you're watching this, I ran out of flyers, hands empty. Had to be like 75 flyers at least. No, maybe like 50 houses. So I hope I don't get in trouble with Maria. Whew. Look at this Airstream. Aren't Airstreams awesome? I like Airstreams. I hear someone sliding their sandals. Lift your feet up higher, buddy. Come on. We don't like that. No, we don't like that. Oh, here comes another person. Uh-oh. There we go. Wonderful, beautiful neighborhood out here. City of Hawthorne. You know, you drive through Hawthorne and drive Rosecrans, Crenshaw. You know, sometimes with older buildings, older businesses, kind of running down. But man, you get behind these houses, behind these buildings, beautiful neighborhoods. Quiet. Can't believe it. It's pretty awesome. Yep. Pretty nice. I haven't seen a crappy house yet. I would turn my camera, but I just found a crappy house. Look, there it is. Yeah. Every neighborhood has one, right? But man, this one has just that one. Pretty neat. I'm almost back at the house we're selling. Maria at mdpasadena.com. If you have any questions about the house, we're going to zoom around the corner here, and then you shall see it. Ah, see, there it is. All right. That was a good, successful walk. And it only took 34 minutes and 35 seconds because I started doing this live right when I started handing out flyers. Once again, I'm Rob with mdpasadena.com. Of course, the big boss is Maria Dykovich at mdpasadena.com. She's the MD in mdpasadena.com. Come see our open house if you're in the neighborhood. There's a sign. There's Maria. And we'll zoom up here so you can kind of get the looks of it. There we go. See? There's Maria right there. Always with a smile. Here's the house. 14504 Cordary. Very quiet neighborhood. Always very quiet. Get a picture of the house. There's that. And we'll do a little walkthrough. I don't know, anybody interested in a walkthrough? Stuart? Wayne Nestor Stewart? How's it going? How's it going in the UK? What is it, like midnight right there over there? Something like that? Should be asleep. What are you doing up? Anyway. Even though you are up, glad you're with us. And I don't know what the weather's like in the UK right now, but get your Fahrenheit to Celsius translator app going or whatever the heck you're going to use. It's about 80 degrees, 75, 80 degrees. Sunny day, beautiful weather. So you should probably move over here, Wayne Stewart, and get yourself a house right here too, right by the beach. Okay? And then guess what? You can get yourself a gun, go do some shooting, and get yourself a bald eagle. Freedom, baby. That's right. Yeah. Alrighty, here we are at the end of our little tour. I hope you guys enjoyed my little job I did today. And if you do, get a survey, a brief survey from Maria. Tell her I did a spectacular job. So anyway, everybody have a good one. Bye-bye.